Okay.
50, right, yeah. Welcome everyone to the first podcast interview of our project INES, Inclusivity in European Studies. Today we are recording from the recording room of our project coordinator, ESPOL, Faculty of Political and Social Sciences of the Catholic University of Lille. My name is Leonardo and I'm the project assistant of the Catholic University of Lille. I have the pleasure of introducing Susanna, a master's student from Europa-Universität Flensburg, currently taking part in the Erasmus Plus program and attending master courses here in Lille. Susanna's story is very significant as the University of Flensburg is one of the members of the consortium. Today she is directly involved in the project, working as a link between the German and the French team. We came up with the idea of this podcast as we would like to share and to discover your thoughts, your ideas and your experience of Europe, integration and diversity in higher education. Very briefly about our project, INES is funded by the European Union, falling under the Erasmus Plus program Cooperation Partnership in Higher Education. The INES team is composed of 7 partners across Europe, from France to Germany, Cyprus, Greece and Poland. The final aim of the INES project is to innovate the way in which European studies is taught in higher education. We propose a series of pedagogical, interactive and digital tools for both students and academic staff. We also revise current curricula with the objective of innovating teaching, integrating different and often marginalized voices. By doing so, we align with the EU political priority of inclusivity in terms of gender, ethnicity and religion. But welcome again, Susanna, and let's start with a question. Would you like to first introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Susanna. I'm 22 years old and I'm originally from Germany. I was born and raised there, but my roots are actually from Armenia. I'm currently pursuing a master's degree in European Studies at the Europa-Universität Flensburg. This is already my second Erasmus experience. I spent my first semester abroad at my bachelor's in Milan. And now I'm excited to be in Lille, and I really enjoy exploring new places, meeting people from different backgrounds, and also experiencing life in different parts of Europe.
Thank you very much. Let's start with the questions. So the passage from one education system to another can be challenging in many different ways. So it can involve new approaches to study, as well as teachings and assessment methods, but also different cultural perspectives. So could you briefly tell us about the differences and similarities you've found between the German and the French educational systems?
So in Germany, the system feels more lecture-based. You usually listen, take your notes and learn independently. Attendance is often not mandatory, and the assessment usually depends on one final exam you have. In France, at least at the master's level, I feel like, the system seems much more interactive. There are many presentations, group discussions, and also smaller assignments throughout the semester. It feels more engaging, whereas in Germany the focus is more put on self-study and final results. Still, both systems share some similarities. They both emphasize critical thinking and academic quality. In both countries, professors expect students to be well prepared and to take responsibility for their own progress.
Yeah, thank you very much. And now let's delve a bit more into the core concepts of INES. So how have you seen inclusivity approaches integrated into the two systems?
Well, the European University in Flensburg puts a big focus on diversity and equal opportunities. Its gender equality and diversity plan sets clear goals to make the campus more diverse and inclusive, like reducing discrimination, supporting students with disabilities or families, and also offering unconscious bias trainings. While for me, ESPOL especially stands out for its international atmosphere and bilingual programs in French and English. It supports students and promotes diversity and global engagement. It also creates a very open environment where people from different backgrounds can exchange ideas and also learn from each other.
Thank you very much. I would like to continue on this point. So being an exchange student is a very unique experience in your life, I guess, with many different exciting opportunities, but also various challenges. In this sense, I would like to ask you, what are the strategies that have been implemented here at the Catholic University of Lille, and more precisely at ESPOL, to include and integrate international students into the French academic life?
When I came to ESPOL, I was really surprised by how many things were done to help international students to feel included and make connections. The Cosmopol team plays a big role in this. Thanks to all the events during the introduction week, I met so many new people and made friends right away. And Cosmopol is doing a really amazing job. I really like their buddy program also, so you don't only can connect with internationals, but it's also with French people, which I really liked. And I honestly was really impressed by how well everything was organized and planned. Things like after-work meetups, museum trips, city rallies really made it super easy to connect with others and make me feel part of the community.
That looks very interesting, and it's also a great way to discover the city of Lille through a different approach. So now let's shift to some more conceptual set of questions related to the core ambition of INES that I will remember once again. It's pedagogical innovation through integration of diverse and inclusive perspective related to gender, ethnicity, and all the often marginalized voices in the field. So can you tell us how you think inclusivity can be reflected in curricula and teachings in the field of European studies?
I think inclusivity in European studies should mean that different voices and perspectives are part of what we learn. So not just the big Western countries or official EU views and perspectives, but also stories from Eastern Europe, for example, minorities, migrants, and women in politics and society. Teachers can make classes more inclusive by using diverse readings, talking openly about sensitive topics, and also creating a space where everyone feels comfortable sharing their opinions. It's also good when courses include themes like equality, diversity, and social justice, because that's a big part of what Europe is and what the EU stands for. Studying in both Germany and France really gave me a broader view of European studies. In Germany, the teaching is quite structured and analytical, with a strong focus on theory and critical thinking, while in France it's a bit more about debate and ideas and connecting politics to society and history, which I really find important. Seeing both sides helps me understand how different countries think about Europe and how varied academic cultures can be. It also makes me more open-minded and flexible because I've learned to look at European topics from different angles, not just from my national perspective.
Thank you very much. That's indeed a valuable and interesting perspective. Let's continue. I would like to ask some more personal question related to your sense of identity, of what you think of Europe and European identity. So here is my question. How and to what extent has your Erasmus shaped your sense of identity? In different words, has this exchange increased your sense of Europeanness or European identity? And if so, in which ways?
My Erasmus exchange really changed how I see myself and my place in Europe. Before going abroad, Europe was more of an idea to me, something political or academic. But living and studying in another country made it feel real. It was reality for me. I met people from all over the world, and even though we came from different cultures, we shared similar values like solidarity and respect. The experience helped me to understand how diverse Europe is, but also how connected we are through our diversity. It definitely made me feel more European, not in a way that replaces my own national identity, but as an addition to it. I realized that being European means being part of something bigger while still keeping your own roots.
Amazing. Thank you very much. Allow me one last question. What advice would you give to another student considering an Erasmus exchange?
I would definitely say go for it. Doing an Erasmus exchange is such a valuable experience, both academically and personally. My advice would be to stay open-minded and get involved from the very beginning. Join events, talk to people, and don't be afraid to step out of your comfort zone. It might feel a bit overwhelming at first, especially in a new country with a new language, but that's exactly what it makes it so rewarding. Also try to balance studying with exploring. take time to discover the local culture, travel when you can, and make connections. Those friendships and experiences will stay with you long after the semester ends. That's what I can promise.
I agree, definitely. Thank you very much, Susanna, for this very interesting talk. I think we touched upon many of the topics of our project. Many thanks as well to our future listeners. Good luck for the continuation of your semester and for all your future endeavors as a professional in Europe.
Thank you so much.